Hi guys, it's Jennifer, and today I'm going to be talking about my July wrap-up. And I only read 4 books this month. Yeah, 4. And it was all from the same, trilogy and all that, so it's all going to be the same gist. It's going to be a Shatter Me, review. The first book I read was Shatter Me, and it's about Juliet. Juliet has a deadly touch. Anytime she does touch anyone, they will instantly die because her touch causes pain and obviously death as a repercussion of it. I gave it a 3.5 stars all throughout of it, but it wasn't what I expected, alright? I feel like I expected so much because all the hype over it, but it was an enjoyable book. I did like reading it, and I flew through it really quickly. The only thing is I didn't feel as connected to the main characters as much as I hoped for. I wasn't connected to Juliet or Adam. I didn't like Adam at all. Still don't like Adam at all. I felt like I liked the main characters more, like Kenji. By the way, I love that he always is joking. Yes, I love that about him. And also Warner, because he's my love. I love Warner. Anyways, all throughout, I didn't like the romantic aspect. I felt like there wasn't as much action as I hoped for. It was just more like Adam and Juliet, always making out. And it was just no. Can we get on? Can we move to the next one? That's what I was thinking throughout the whole thing. I do get why Juliet was so insta-lovey with Adam, because obviously she couldn't touch anyone for her whole life without killing them. So the first time she finds one person out of the whole world that can touch her, she's obviously gonna be like, well, I'm in love with you. Yes. But I don't know, not a fan of that part of the book. But one thing that I wanted to mention is that wasn't enough world building. I felt like I didn't know the world as much as I thought to, because it's a dystopian world, so I wanted to know more about it. But I felt like we didn't get that much information except the basic, oh, this is the commander, this, that. Just not enough for me. I just expected a little more world building, but that wasn't it. But all throughout, it was an enjoyable book, and I did obviously carry on with the series. By the way, I'll have my reviews on Goodreads down below, because I felt like I wrote much more on my reviews on Goodreads than I am on here. But just because there's some aspects that obviously I don't want to give away. So definitely, if you guys want to go check out the Goodreads review, I'll have it all listed down below so you guys can see that. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the novella. Even though the 2 novellas are one book, I'm going to talk about them separately because they're obviously separate stories. But all throughout, Destroy Me, I think it's called? Destroy Me, yeah. I love that because it's Warner. It made me love Warner. I was so happy to read about that. I gave that, I think, a 4 stars. Yeah, I think I gave it a 4 stars. The second book I read was Unravel Me, which is the second book to the Shatter Me series. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I liked it way better than the first book. I felt like so much things were going on and it was good. The first half of the book was good, but I felt like the second half was way better. It was so good. The last 100 pages, loved it. I also did start to like Juliet more, which is good, because I didn't like her that much in the first book, nor did I like Adam. I still don't like Adam. But, I felt more, I liked her. I like that she's becoming from a hopeless to trying to figure out what she wants in her life. And that's why I like that her development's slowly getting there. But all throughout, really enjoyable book. Would recommend. The other novella I read was Fracture Me, and it is about Adam and all that. I felt like the first few pages were so unnecessary because we already knew what went on. It also made me dislike him even more. But I like that the other half, we got to find out what happened after the certain situation. And I did like that aspect, so I gave it a 3 stars. I would have given it less if I was judging it just slowly based on the character. The fourth and final book I read was Ignite Me, which is the third and last book for the Shatter Me trilogy, and I am so glad. I actually read the series. I gave it a 4.5 stars, or I give it a 5. I don't know, it says 5 right here, but I'm not too sure. So I'm just going to say I gave it a 5 stars. It was a really enjoyable read. Basically, I loved it. I can't say anything bad about it, honestly, other than Adam. But anyways, I did like how Juliet matured. She definitely became more independent, and holy crap, I'm so happy she became more independent, because I was waiting throughout the first book. I was like, girl, get a grip on your life. Find out what you want, And she finally did, so I'm happy about that. And I also like how, I just love Warner. I love Warner. He was great. He supported her. He let her do her own thing, and I loved it. I loved it so much. Also, Kenji, his jokes, if you read the series, there's no way you can't like Kenji. That's the one character that I'm if anyone says they don't like him, I'm just what's wrong with you, Anyways, that was the end of my video. If you guys have read the Shadow Me series, tell me what you guys thought about it. And also, if you guys want to subscribe to me or even follow me on like Instagram, Goodreads, all that, the links are down below. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye.